UnTamed. UnTamed.
UnTamed.
UnTamed.
UnTamed is a platform showcasing the work of female choreographers. I created the evening because I had a solo that I wanted to perform, and I was struggling to find the right setting where I could show my work. As soon as I knew I was going to do the evening, I wanted to share it with other female choreographers. I think it's really important that we support each other in our work and that we create opportunities that we can come together and express what we have to say.
My piece is called The Untitled. Probably because it's still not finished, because it's like a snapshot into my life or my head right now. So I can't title that, but it's still a work in process like myself. And it's about, as I said, like looking into, like I'm inviting the audience into my head for a little while, and all the decisions and all of the thoughts that happen in one moment, and all of the choices that I think I have to make, or the choices I shouldn't make and why I make them, and that constant monologue of just, some people say I talk to myself, I do talk to myself out loud and chatter and ramble on. I'm just like vocalizing my thoughts, and you see that in the Untitled. I've just kind of performed that.
I agreed to be a part of UnTamed because I have been developing and performing a number of solos over a good few years now, but I've never actually performed any of my solo work to a contemporary dance audience, which is really strange because that's where my roots lie, that's where my heart is. I will always come back to that world, and probably more interested in returning to that at the moment.
The creative process has been very challenging, as this piece is a solo and I created on my own. I perform on my own, and of course I could have asked my friends to come in and help me, but I decided not to, and because I thought I had to face myself on my own and really understand who I am and what kind of movement vocabularies I have.
For me, it has a very strong voice, and I think for now in this day, this age, this time, I think it's important in art to have a strong comment on something that you believe in, and it's something that, for me, I believe that art can do. It can express something that can possibly change the way that people think in other ways.
I think that anyone that spends a substantial amount of time in the studio alone knows that it's not for the faint-hearted, and knows that you have to have a kind of sprinkling of insanity. There's a necessary insanity involved in doing it at all. And I think one of the challenges for me was also realizing when to wear what hat. So for example, I think you need moments that you have to wear the hat of the director, and then the hat of the choreographer, the hat of the dramaturg, the hat of the dancer, the hat of the choreographer, the costume designer, the lighting designer, the soundscape designer. So I think it's a big challenge in this kind of work to know who to be at what moment to best serve the piece.
My piece is called Stay With Me Forever. It's a solo that I created, and it's based on the recovery process after the breakdown of a relationship, and how you rediscover yourself, how you find your identity again as an individual, and how you come out the other side. You kind of have to rebuild yourself after you kind of fall into pieces. How do you put that all back together again? And I feel like it's a process of analysis as well. Like, we spend a lot of time after a breakup going through the memories and replaying things in our mind and thinking over things again and again, and I think that is also part of the way that you get to the healing process.
It's based around the concept of being one of God's servants, and the frustrations and the cries and the pain that we feel when we see other people suffering. It's based on that topic of being the light amongst those really dark places, and also offering that gem of peace, or that gem of hope, that gem of freedom.
I will be performing my work on the 15th of August with an array of talented female choreographers, and I'm looking forward to it. I hope you are too.